Okay, so this is an interesting story here. If you have an Alexa device or a Ring doorbell, you may be aware of a new program that launched this week, and it's called Amazon Sidewalk.
So it shares a portion of your bandwidth with your neighbors, kind of connects your devices in an effort to boost their range and make sure everybody's connected. But as you can imagine, I'm sure you have great neighbors.
Sure.
But Vincent Orleck, maybe you don't want to be connected to your neighbors. You're the president of the Social Media Club of Phoenix, joining us this morning.
Hey,
so
Vincent.
Let's start, Vincent, if we can. What are some of the positives with getting on this sidewalk?
Some of the positives are if, say, you have a pet. You can have a tag that's connected to your pet that if you lose the pet, you can kind of track where the pet is around the neighborhood because it's connected to the Wi-Fi. And a similar note, what Amazon has also mentioned is if you have, say, like a relative that has even an issue with dementia, it's like a similar function that could happen.
I can see that being very useful.
So does it slow down? Like, let's say, Troy and I are neighbors, and his internet is way faster than mine. Does it? Do I slow down his program, or does it even everybody out?
Not so much. I mean, according to what they're saying, what Amazon is saying is it's a fractional piece of the connection that's being used.
Okay.
So it shouldn't affect really your connection at all. One thing that kind of people that are not against it but just questioning it are saying is that the connection, the ISPs, the internet service providers, so Cox and those companies of the world are not super fans of this. Just in general.
Oh.
Why?
Well, in their mind, I think they're just not fans of not so much Amazon connecting their own devices together, but the potential for third-party services or third-party connections to happen, and not even necessarily through a hack, but just through a connection that could be developed in the future.
Oh, or maybe they just want in on the hustle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They missed out on something that.
So there's that element too. I mean, I think a lot of this right now with big tech, as we always say, the Facebooks of the world, the Googles of the world. What's happening now that you're seeing with privacy, with data, is cookies on Google are essentially going away. Facebook, the ad pixel where it tracks you on the web, is essentially allowing people to opt out of that, which people are doing in pretty big numbers. So what's happening is these big tech companies are really trying to wrangle the data that they can within their own ecosystem. So they're trying to keep you, like Amazon has your shopping, has in a lot of cases music, has if you have these devices, these voice activated devices through Alexa, and it's Echo and Ring devices primarily that this is working through. They have access to that data. One of the other big things that people have mentioned in regards to this is authorities can request of Amazon without any sort of a warrant access to that information that's on those devices.
The shared stuff.
Interesting. Well, and then they can sell that data to advertisers who then kind of target you. The data is a huge
Amazon,
thing.
yes, Amazon. I mean, Amazon can kind of do whatever they want to with the data that you've given them permission to do, of course.
Interesting.
Okay, so beware Amazon Sidewalk. We heard a couple of positives. You can track some people if you want, but thank you, Vincent.
There are pros and cons.
Yeah, Vincent, good to see you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
So now, not only are you sharing your sugar and your eggs, but you're sharing your internet.
Well, it makes sense. I've got a small brain. Vincent has a large brain. But when you walk in and you try to find like a Wi-Fi connection, and like 20 of them come up, that means there's Wi-Fi all around you, so they're all just kind of sharing it. So we'll see. All right, keep an eye out. Ask the right questions when you're talking about Amazon Sidewalk.